Senta, nell'immaginario del cinema di oggi lei ha un'immagine fortissima come mito del guerriero. Le è mai capitato di chiedersi come questo sia successo?
Non lo so. Cose della fortuna. You have to be, you have to be lucky in life sometimes, but then you have to be prepared for that and do something with it, I suppose. I think that people think of me that way, obviously, since Lord of the Rings. Before that, they didn't think of, if they thought of me at all, maybe people that were film buffs, because, The Indian Runner wasn't a movie that was seen that much. Maybe remembered that role, and some others, I don't know, G.I. Jane, or Perfect Murder, I don't know, so Walk on the Moon, probably, different kinds of roles. But it's just, if something works, and especially if it makes money, and people seem to gravitate towards certain characters in a story that works well and is successful, then it's a business. And someone investing, for one thing, says, well, it seems like they like him doing that thing. Let's offer him something just like it, because we can make some money. Simple. But it also has to do with what people seem to react to, so sometimes producers obviously react to popular taste. I don't know. When I first started acting, I had a very, I looked much younger than my age, and, my voice hadn't changed to be what it is now, I suppose, and I would go on auditions, and not get roles, and the roles that people would see me for were nice boys, basically. A lot of times as an actor you read a play or a TV thing or a movie, and the bad guy, or the quote-unquote bad guy, is more interestingly written. He has a few more twists, It looks like fun, especially if you haven't tried it. And I would want to try out for those parts, but they didn't really want to see me. Then after I did Indian Runner, then people wanted me to play bad guys. This is what happens after Lord of the Rings. Now, I don't know what, I suppose, naked swordsman or something. Maybe someday it'll be an old clown or something. Who knows? It's an interesting journey, that's for sure. I do think that, that's one of the reasons we go to movies, because we dream together, we dream telling the stories, we dream being told the stories, like before cinema was books, being read stories, before books, being told stories, poems, songs. But I think even without these stories that we live in a sort of dream state. The world is rarely anything like what we dream it to be, what we like to think it is, how we like to think we are with others and ourselves, walking down the street. And the stories that interest me, I think, are stories in which suddenly or not so suddenly, sometimes it's shockingly suddenly, but when you realize that things are not what they seem, because they never are. But it's those moments where we realize that, either gradually or suddenly, in a story. That's, for me anyway, that's the foundation of drama. That moment, or those moments where you realize that things are not what they seem, and then what? That's what I like in stories, and that's what interests me in life, because when you realize that things are not what they seem, you can do something about it or not. You can stand still and watch things not be what they seem to be, or you can react to it. Anything you do or don't do is a reaction to that. It's going to happen. That's life. It's interesting.
Ok, passiamo alla prossima scena.